If you follow football, then you must be aware of the news coming out from the European circles about a drug called SNUS. Well, it's ripping through Europe and has ruffled quite a few feathers. However, suggests report it might be safe, but not everything we hear is the truth. Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the harmful effects of SNUS. So, without further ado, let's begin. Now, before we talk about the harmful effects of SNUS, it is better that we talk about its harmful effects. Traditionally used by men in Scandinavia, SNUS has been regulated as a food product in Sweden since the 1970s, when the Swedish Food Act was enacted. SNUS can be purchased either loose or portioned in pouches like miniature tea bags, and it is used by putting a pinch or the entire pouch between the gum and the upper lip for a set amount of time. The nicotine delivery and absorption rates of SNUS are higher than those of other smokeless tobacco products, while the amounts of hazardous chemicals are lower. The manufacturing and warehousing process are often credited for the low toxin content. The risk of SNUS use are generally acknowledged to be far lower than those of smoking, although the long-term effects are still unclear. Many negative health outcomes, including pancreatic cancer, type 2 diabetes, deadly heart attacks, high blood pressure, premature births, and stillbirths, have been associated with SNUS use in scientific studies. Now, you guys may have heard that this drug has become pretty prevalent among footballers all over Europe, and especially in the Premier League. Now, while there are reports that SNUS is a healthier option than cigarettes, while this might be true, it does not mean that using SNUS is necessarily healthy. Well, research was performed on around 144 healthy men, who were between the ages of 35 and 60 years old. These people were subdivided into smokeless tobacco users, smokers, and non-users of tobacco. Maximal oxygen uptake was similar across long-term smokeless tobacco users, 20 plus years, and non-users. When smokers were exposed to tobacco just before an exercise test, they had an increase in their blood pressure and heart rate at rest and during submaximal effort, but not during maximal effort. Maximal oxygen consumption was shown to be considerably lower in smokers than in non-users. The major metabolite of nicotine, continine, was found in much higher concentrations in the plasma of smokeless tobacco users compared to smokers. The results suggest that exercise ability is not considerably affected by long-term use of smokeless tobacco in healthy, physically trained adults. But the high presence of continine was definitely a worrying aspect of this research. In another research, the same thing was found. Regular use of Snuff or SNUS does not affect endurance performance in physical activities that engage large muscle groups. So, what does this mean exactly? Should you use Snuff? Well, we recommend that you shouldn't, because tobacco isn't good in the long run. It doesn't matter in what form you take it, whether you take it in the form of a cigarette or a pouch. Now, you may be wondering what all of this means for the footballing world. Well, from the results, it doesn't look like it's something illegal, so we don't think they are going to see action anytime soon. But the drug sale is banned in UK and EU. Joey Barton, manager of Bristol Rovers, claimed in April, "My first day at the training ground, there is 11 pouches of chewing tobacco on the floor on the training pitch." And Jamie Vardy, striker for Leicester City, admits using SNUS in his autobiography in 2016. Andy McCarter, a mental health coach, has spoken publicly about his work with 15 football players to help them beat their drug addictions. SNUS users are more likely to report insomnia, according to the research. Football players need high-quality sleep to speed up their recovery from injuries. Therefore, this is a major setback. During his stint as Celtic manager last year, Neil Lennon was frequently spotted tucking SNUS beneath his upper lip on the sidelines. The drug is also on WADA's monitoring program, which means that the world is still considering what to do with this drug. This has even troubled Pep Guardiola. The City manager said that he has been in the dark about the issue, and only came to know of it when his team was given a session about the harmful effects of the drug. This just goes to show that the authorities are definitely worried about the drug, but they simply don't have enough evidence to ban it outright. According to some people, SNUS just allows them to relax after intense games, but in our opinion, dependence on any type of foreign material isn't good for you and will lead to long-term trouble. This is especially true if you are an elite footballer who has to play in high-stake games all year round. So that's all we had time for today, folks. We hope you found this video informative, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon on your way out, and we'll see you next time. Take care.